Ladies and gentlemen of the Commonwealth, welcome to the Power Noodles Comedy Show. We've got quite a good show for you tonight. Local favorite Codsworth going up against a newcomer straight from Vault 11, cryogenically frozen for 200 years. Bring it up, Nathan Nielsen, N squared. Here he comes. Yes, thank you. Alright, so, two guys are in a bar. And the first guy says, I saw a man-eating tiger last week. The other guy says, really? I'm seeing a man-eating chicken right now. No, okay.
There is a band called 1023 Megabytes. They haven't any gigs yet.
Alright, what did the two oceans say to each other? Nothing. They just wave. No.
A photon checks into a hotel, and the bellhop asks if she has any luggage. The photon replies, no, I'm traveling light.
You know those little Russian dolls they've got? You still have them around? I hate those things. They're so full of themselves.
A Mayan asks his friend if he would like to grab a drink. His friend says, well, I'm supposed to finish the calendar, but I guess if I don't, it's not the end of the world.
A friend of mine auditioned to play the trumpet in his school band. He totally blew it.
I've decided to sell the vacuum. It's just collecting dust.
Alright, here's a killer from back in my day. What do you call your undead girlfriend? Zombie. No, it's too old for you now.
I went to the zoo the other day. The only animal they had was a dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
Alright, this print was made by Michael Daniel Miller. The original files are 7 printed pieces, and you need 1 PVC pipe. All of my pieces are painted, and they took about 23 hours to print. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but we've got another weapon. As I said, I painted all of these pieces in this metallic, gray silver paint. I just got it at a craft store. I've got 3 bottles of this stuff, so you'll be seeing that quite a lot. The axe itself is pretty big. It's longer than my arm, making it the longest weapon in a Thingisplore video. I can't say that I've printed though. Actually, it's almost the longest weapon I've printed. There's one coming up that's just a bit longer. But yes, this is really nice. It feels nice to pick it up and then just catch, but you have to be a bit careful, at least for me, with the glue, with connecting the PVC pipe to this axe handle. For some reason I'm having a lot of trouble with it. It seems to be fixed now, but I don't want to, push it. And it's actually so big that my green screen isn't tall enough, so I can see I just ruined the special effects there. You can also see, in-game, Grognak's axe has some weird, elaborate, thick, I think it's leather, it might be carved into the handle, but just to give it more detail, I've put these little thin leather strands. I just got these at a craft store. They were expensive. It was $19, so what's that, maybe like 20 pounds, 15 euro? I don't know, really. But yeah, I've never done something like that before, and I think it looks quite nice. It was partially to hide the blend between the pipe and the grip, which it didn't work so well because I had to glue it so many times, but yeah, oh, look at that axe catch the light. It is beautiful. So each axe head is 2 pieces split down the middle. I suppose you can see the seams if you look at it head on, but you're going to be looking at the axe. That's the back. This is the front because it's got the 2 little bumps on it. I love how that catches the light. I've never seen it under a film light before. They're red and black. I don't know which is which. In blue for the handles. So they painted nicely. I think they needed... the red needed 3 coats, the brown needed 2, and the blue I don't really remember. The PVC pipe was the hardest thing to paint. It's just probably need about 5 coats. I don't know, it was a lot. In a word of caution, on my mini factory page, the guy says to order 1/4 inch PVC pipe and like 1.32 actual. Don't quote me on that numbers. Check the My Mini Factory page. So I went to the store and I was like, well, okay, I'll get 1/4 inch PVC, 1 1/4 inch PVC pipe, that is. And it's too big. It looks fine now. I've gotten used to seeing it like this. But the pipe is supposed to go into this top bit, about up to there, and down into here for God knows how long. Because they're all hollow, all of these strands, except for the parts that the axe are holding into right there. So yeah, I just cut the PVC pipe a bit shorter and glued it on. If I really wanted to, it'd just take a good thwack to snap these off and I could fix it, but I probably won't. I'll just hang it on the wall, maybe above my bed frame. I don't have any weapons above my brain. My bed frame, my brain. I now have a weapon above my brain, but yeah, I don't have any weapons above my bed frame, and now I've got 2 bloody big weapons, so I might do that. As for this model's faithfulness to the recreation, I'd say that it's pretty faithful. As I said before, there's some intricate handle work that's just not gotten, and this doesn't come close to it, what I've put. I would have needed like maybe belt thickness that I could paint silver, but this still looks fine. I actually used Grognak's axe briefly in my Donald Trump playthrough of Fallout, and I think it's probably about, it might even be a bit bigger than the in-game, but I mean that's telling it from a first-person camera perspective. That's not exactly the most accurate thing. I don't have the measurements for this axe exactly, but I do have 3 of the Lego modular buildings, and those are 9 inches apiece. And so this is just over the length of 3 of those, so I'd wager it's about 40 inches long, so what's that? Just over 3 feet, 3.5 feet, but it's quite big. From the ground up, it's comes nowhere near to camera height. It's below the waist height, so that accomplished nothing. From head height down then, it goes to just below my waist, so it's like torso plus head size and a little extra. The question I'm sure a lot of you are asking is, could this be used as an actual axe? I'd say no. It's just not thin enough to cut anything. And I haven't tried because, you know, one smack and this is going to come flying off because of the glue. I suppose if you got the correct PVC pipe, you might be able to cut a water balloon. Like, I mean, sure as heck, if someone had broken into your house and you brought this thing out, I mean, I feel safe at home because my room's full of a bunch of weapons like these. Just vicious barbarian battle axe. To be honest, I feel kind of bad for the poor man who's gonna break into my house one night and I'm gonna be charging him with... Well, I don't feel bad for that man anymore. I was gonna be all like barbarian battle axe and demon blade, but I just realized as well that demon blade's Skyrim, so that's another Bethesda game. So back to my question, can this be used as an actual axe? The jury says no. So my final bit of review. Measure the hole for these 2 connector bits and then buy the correct size of PVC pipe and you'll have a lot more fun with this. Forgot to mention as well, before I go, this right here was originally 2 pieces, and for the purpose of the Thing Awards and such, I'm still counting it as 7 pieces, even though mine is 9. I cut this up into 4 pieces. I don't know if you can see the seams. And I use the default 3D editor, 3D model editor on Windows 10 to do that, which is really not good if you want to build something, but it's amazing if you have like some guy who's made an STL a bit too big for me, and I just want to slice it down the middle. So that's just a tip for anyone with Windows 10. There's a default tool on the computer for just cutting these things in half. Yeah, I'm gonna go now and re-glue my axe. Yeah. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking and sharing and subscribe so you can catch all the amazing robotics, electronics, and 3D printing projects. Thanks for watching. I've just realized I've got to make a thumbnail with this thing. Video might be late.